What up, guys? Welcome to the Son of Wonder. Might be a little late to the party on this one, but the Acolyte got canceled. Let's conversationalize. Alright, guys. So, again, a little late to the party. This news has been out for a bit, but the Acolyte has been canceled. I'm very sad. I'm extremely downtrodden. I just feel pulverized. I can't express accurately my utter despair that I feel from the Acolyte's cancellation. I'm so distraught. Kidding. I am elated. I don't think words could describe how good this news is. I am thrilled. I believe it was the legendary late great Qui-Gon Jinn who once said,
"Greed can be a powerful ally."
And I believe that the same has gone for Disney. You see, Disney has now finally figured out that, or at least somebody in Disney has finally figured out, maybe following a bunch of agendas and making a bunch of stuff that people don't want, maybe that doesn't make money. And since money seems to be the only thing that they cared about up there, maybe it actually worked in the fans' favor for once. Now, you might be wondering, gosh, Son of Wonder, why are you thrilled that a bunch of people's jobs they don't have jobs anymore because the Acolyte got canceled and all this stuff? I am thrilled because, as many people well know, the Acolyte was basically the anti-Star Wars. It wasn't Star Wars, it was the anti-Star Wars. It spit in the face of everything that Star Wars stood for. And so now that show is no longer continuing. That is a good thing. Very much a good thing. And so now, it's going to be very interesting to see what Disney will do next. I guarantee you that Star Wars is still going to make stuff like The Acolyte. Maybe not as bad. But apparently The Acolyte was canceled because of viewership numbers. Not enough people watched it. I'm shocked.
That's shocking.
I'm absolutely stunned. No, I'm not. I am glad to hear that is the case because it meant that people had enough sense not to watch it. I don't like it when shows take what I love and what a lot of other people love, the themes, the values, and then sacrifice them on the altar of agenda, like I said before. And this show is the very precipice of that. It is completely antithetical to Star Wars, therefore I do not want it to continue. Now, the people who worked hard on it, I'm sure that they will find other jobs. I'm sure that they will find other things to do. But as for me, and as for all the fans who did not want the show to continue, I am very glad that it has stopped. Like I said, does this mean that Lucasfilm is changing? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think Kathleen Kennedy is still gung-ho about agendas and woke and this, that, and the other thing. And I think she's going to continue in her little masquerade Star Wars land. Because it's not Star Wars. But I think the good thing to take away from all this, the good thing, is that it means that enough people have started to wake up. I think it means enough people have started to realize just what kind of game Lucasfilm has been playing all this time. And it means that people are no longer willing to participate in said game. They're no longer willing to just watch whatever it is, even if it has the Star Wars name on it. I didn't even watch the show. But boy, did I hear about all of its faults. I saw the whole thing play out over the course of the show, each airing episode, each week. I saw the whole deal. I saw the space switches in Star Wars, that whole cult thing with the musical number. Saw that, the power of one, the power of two, the power of that show stinks. Yeah, I saw the whole deal, and it was fun and not fun. It was fun to watch people roasting it. It wasn't fun that it happened. I still love Star Wars. The real Star Wars. I will always love the real Star Wars in my heart. I will always appreciate it. But what I will not stand for is... I think that's the thing I hate the most, honestly. Is the insistence of these companies, of the media that continues to defend the company's horrible decisions, call all of the fans racist and sexist and this, that, and the other. All the insults they can throw out, all the ists and the phobes and the whatever. They continue to call us all of those things, as if that somehow, as if one, that somehow detracts from the mistakes they've made, as if two, they, are the end-all and, topics like that, and they could just call whoever they want racist and sexist or the other, and, that's just true because they said so. And then three, they use all of this stuff, I guess it goes back to the first one, but they use all of this stuff to, like I said, masquerade as not only virtuous, but like they have the final say on what real Star Wars is. And the reason that I care about it so much, and the reason that a bunch of people care about it so much, is because at one time, Star Wars stood for something. More than just a bunch of corporate agendas. It stood for hope, redemption, heroism, selflessness, sacrifice, and the list goes on. And literally the Acolyte, like when you actually get down to when you like look at the story of that show, like the way it ended, it's like, this is a straight up like just celebrating evil. Like the good guys don't win. And we don't even know who the good guys are supposed to be. It's just, it's annoying, and they keep doing this whole deconstructing thing. I thought about making a video on anti-heroes. I might still do that. Why I don't like them. Because it's just continuing to do the same thing that Hollywood's been doing forever now, which is deconstructing classic heroism. Making it to where none of the good guys can actually be good guys anymore. They always have to have something really bad that they did, that they have to also feel like really bad about. And they have to stay feeling really, really bad about that until they like do something mildly redeemable at the end of the film or show or whatever. And they keep doing that. They did it with Luke Skywalker.
I came to this island to die.
They did it with Han Solo.
I went back to the only thing I was ever any good at.
They did it with even Nick Fury in freaking Secret Invasion.
What is the deal?
Over and over and over again. And not only is it repetitive, it's old, and it never should have been a thing in the first place, because it's not something that anybody wanted to see. Alright? Deconstruction is not an interesting thing when it comes to classic heroes. It's not interesting, it's degrading. It's degrading on the heroes, and the people who say like, oh, you're just mad because it's, it's like this men, like you wouldn't be mad if it was, like, if anybody who wants to bring up that argument, no. We'd be just as mad if it was the women. Case in point, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sharon Carter. I really liked Sharon Carter's character from Captain America Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War. She was nice. She was heroic. She was friendly, and she was like a likable character. And so they take that really cool female character, Peggy Carter's niece, and then in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they turn her into some like cynical, completely not what she was in the first movies that she was in. And then they just turn her, spoilers for the show if you haven't seen it, but they turn her into a straight up bad guy. That's like the long and short of it. It's like, I don't care, male or female, like I don't care what character you do it to. The whole deconstruction bullcrap is never going to work. Only very specific characters can like get that treatment and it like mildly be okay. And I'm talking like that's, for me, like that's a very narrow path. Like you have to try. You have to write some seriously good stuff in order to make that kind of thing work. I actually only watched Logan very recently before Deadpool and Wolverine came out. And I don't love Logan, but I think the concept of what they did with Wolverine in that movie is allowed to work a little better because Wolverine is already kind of depressed a lot of the time and grumpy. So it works more for him because he already has qualities like that. When you do that to characters who should never have been like that, i.e. Luke Skywalker, it's just don't. Just don't. And nobody likes it. You know what? I hear all the time from the media companies, like, same thing for The Acolyte, same thing for Last Jedi. It's divisive. It divided the fans. Divisive. Divide. Divisive. Divide. You know what's funny is I don't think it's that divisive. I think most most fans are united on the fact that it stunk. Because, like, all the people I've met in the real world, hardly any of them actually like the new stuff that has been made. Hardly any of them actually appreciate, in terms of, like, the sequel trilogy mainly, like, none of them really appreciate the deconstruction. And there's a reason for that. It's because nobody wanted it. And Lucasfilm doesn't care because they just only care about their activism now. It's something that Marvel's actually learning, at least seemingly, and seem like they're trying to change. But Lucasfilm, they just seem to want to stay the same.
Life is about growth. It's about change, but you seem to just want to stay the same.
And it's just, it's annoying because, like I said, I love Star Wars so much. I love old Star Wars. I freaking love the prequels. I love the original trilogy. The Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, that's also awesome. Go check that out if you haven't. Those Clone Wars shorts, animated shorts, they're great. I love the old video games. Force Unleashed is my jam. Love it all. The old stuff. I even love Rogue One. But at the end of the day, when you consistently make things that nobody wants to watch, and also things that seem to hate everything that came before, want to make the Jedi look evil, want to make the Sith look good, even though Star Wars is a battle of good versus evil, and it was very clear who was good and who was evil, and it should have stayed that way. I'm not saying you can't have nuance. I'm just saying stop switching the roles. Just stop it. Like I said, nobody wants to see it. So, yeah, I'm glad the Acolyte got canceled because of that. Lucasfilm's consistent, deliberate attempts to antagonize the fans, alienate the fans, the real fans, and to actively go against what it used to be itself, what it used to stand for, it's just gotten so bad and it's gotten so consistent that at this point I don't know who even in Lucasfilm, like I don't even trust Dave Filoni anymore because he just seems to have made the same bad decisions that all the other people in Lucasfilm made. And you might say, well gosh, like why are you being so negative? It's because unfortunately, I didn't want it to be this way, nobody did. But unfortunately, that's the state of Star Wars right now. The media can blame the fans all they want and constantly say that the fans are the problem, which isn't the best strategy when you're making a franchise for audiences, which in a lot of the case are fans. I don't think they thought about that one a whole lot. I didn't think that one through. But it's just the simple truth of the matter. It is the truth. You're not gonna win anybody over. You're not gonna get to make more of your crap because the interest is gonna be gone and there's gonna be no money. Like the Acolyte got canceled because nobody watched it. Hence, not as much money. Hence, losing money. They spent $180 million on the Acolyte. I imagine they did not get a very big return on their investment. Shocking to say, but I think that might be the case. So, if they don't learn their lesson, things like this are just going to continue, and it's just, there won't be any Star Wars anymore. There won't be any Lucasfilm anymore. And you know what? If they're going to keep making stuff like the Acolyte, maybe that's for the best.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that you'll always be the god of mischief, but you could be more.
And maybe we could just appreciate what came before, and maybe at some point later down the line, somebody will revive Star Wars, even if it's like a long time from now, like years and years and years. Somebody will be able to do it if just it ends right now, and you can like have some time where there is no bad Star Wars and get the taste out of people's mouths.
Anyway, all got places to be, so good luck, I guess.
But that is my extended Star Wars rant. My state of Star Wars rant. My Acolyte got canceled rant. It's befitting of the company that Lucasfilm has chosen to become. It's the best way I know how to put it. And yeah, I am glad that the Acolyte got canceled. I'm pretty sure most fans were rejoicing when they heard the news. And I hope that at some point later down the line, I'll pray for Kathleen Kennedy. I'll pray for Kathleen Kennedy. I'll pray that she changes or goes away. All the people in Lucasfilm, they either change or go away, but at some point, something needs to either change or go away. But thank you guys for watching. Have a very blessed day. May the Lord be with you. May the Force be with you. Goodbye. And that's a wrap.